What's good, everybody? It's your boy Des with Lexi Firearms Training out here. Time for LFT Unloaded. And today I want to talk about a question that I got at the range the other day working with a student. She took the beginner's class. We had our first range session, and we had a follow-up range session after that. She just went out and purchased a firearm. And after our last range session, she asked, when do you think I'll be able to come to the range by myself? And I said, I got to think about that. And I thought about where she was and how she's been doing since we've been working together and everything like that. And this is my opinion when it comes to when a new shooter, she's brand new to guns, never owned a gun or fired a gun before. So she went about it the right way by taking a class first and then going out there and purchasing a firearm. But in my opinion, these are the things that I think a new shooter needs to understand before going to the range by themselves. First, knowing and being able to demonstrate the 4 basic safety rules. A lot of people say they know the safety rules, but are unable to demonstrate when I see them handling the guns, how to properly handle that firearm safely. So you need to be able to know and demonstrate those 4 safety rules, because if you can't do it, then you're going to handle that firearm unsafe at that range. I tell people all the time, you might be able to get away with missing 1, but if you miss 2, something bad might end up happening. So knowing and being able to demonstrate those 4 safety rules, which are treat every firearm as if it was loaded, never point your firearm at anything you're not intending to shoot, keep your fingers straight and off the trigger till you intend to fire, know your target and what's beyond it. I always ask my students before we go into the range, what are your 4 safety rules? Some of them are standing there scratching their head. Well, I know what to do. Well, demonstrate it. Show me. If you're unable to tell me, demonstrate it. How do we clear this firearm? How do we do a proper safety check on a firearm? Right? Understanding and being able to demonstrate that, I think, is very important before you start going to the range by yourself. Second is being able to identify and clear malfunctions, because you never know when you're going to have a double feed, a failure to go in a battery. You never know what you may have with that firearm. So being able to understand, okay, I have a stovepipe. How do I clear this? Tap, rack, bang. Okay, I have a failure to go in a battery. How do I clear this? I can tap the slide forward. I can tighten up my wrist because I might be limp wristing the gun. I have a double feed. Tap, rack, bang isn't going to work with a double feed. How do I clear that? So you have to have a good understanding of that in order to be as safe as possible when going to that range. Not all ranges have RSOs walking up and down checking everybody. Some ranges have a guy sitting out front watching a goddamn video camera, making sure you don't do anything crazy. So it's going to take him a minute to get out there. There's nothing wrong with going out and asking questions. Leave the gun in the booth. Go out there and have him come out there if you have any issues with it. But understanding and being able to demonstrate that stuff, I feel, is very important for somebody brand new to firearms and going about it the right way, taking a class and having one-on-ones and stuff like that, and they feel that they're ready to go by themselves. You can do all this stuff at home. You can practice those safety rules. You can practice safety checking a firearm. You can do that stuff at home. So these are just some things that I feel are important. Again, this is my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions about how to do that. If you want to go out there and just start shooting, that's totally up to you. But my opinion, safety, clearing malfunctions. If anybody can think of anything else that a new shooter should think about before going to the range by themselves, drop it down in the comments. It'd be greatly appreciated. Let's have a discussion. Don't just own a firearm, become more proficient with your firearm. Keep training, stay safe.